today? Hope everyone's doing well. Today is Anzac Day, so at least we remembered. Give respect to the people who've done service to. I'm watching Grey's Anatomy right now. To the country and also to um, the troops. Yeah. Anyway, Anzac Day is one of the sacred days in Australian years. So you can mock everything else. You can't mock Anzac Day. Uh, what do I want to talk about? Well, right now I'm watching Grey's Anatomy, and the topic for today is like I'm tired being tired. I think they just trying to explore this concept of, you know, like it's really exhausting to try to hold on to lives, hold on to getting better, hold on to being positive. I think I can relate to that like a lot, especially with this COVID thing happening. But in general, with life, I feel like sometimes life is about just keep going and having to keep going and having to hold on, having to postpone the inevitable. And like, I don't know. I think the only time I ever let go that need to keep going, to fight, to not tired, being tired was when I was in deep depression. I was basically going the other way. I was going through that period where I was just wanting to, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to be better. I don't want to become positive. I don't want to do anything productive. So I just lay there waiting, like, oh, when will God takes me back to heaven? And that went on for years and years. I just slept and slept, and basically because I didn't have any money to buy food, so I didn't have any energy to move out. Um, Funnily enough, that resting period, that long period of being catatonic, almost 90% of the day, the 1% that I do have time and energy for, I spent it doing live streaming on different platforms like on Africa TV Global back then. And then I moved to Twitch for a year. So Africa TV for a year, Twitch for a year. And after that, I just went back to sleep. And because I didn't have anything to do, didn't work, didn't do anything. So it was really that period of I was just tired, being tired, and I didn't want to fight anymore. I just kind of let go of everything. Whatever happens can wait. Whatever is urgent can wait. And it was a really bad period. Um, bills started to come, demand letters started to come, like all threats letters started to come, like, oh, your electricity gonna get cut off, your gas is gonna cut off, everything's gonna get cut off, so I won't be able to take a shower, I won't be able to cook food. um, and not that I had money to buy food anyway, so any money that I have coming in, I just spend it on food. um, and it won't be like that much either. It would be like $10, and that would be enough for me to buy food for a whole week. And because I wasn't eating, my stomach wasn't really taking too much food every day anyway. It can only handle like one meal a day. But that period of being tired was definitely a long period. And I think I can feel it now again, which is a bit dangerous because now I'm in a different kind of space of head, like a different headspace and a different emotional space as well. I am aware that the second stage is more dangerous than the first stage, than the first phase when I first encountered it. Also, trigger warning, content warning, suicide ideation, suicide mention. So, like, if you are triggered by all of that kind of thing, just stop the video right now. Um, because I was aware because I didn't understand it before, but now I do. When I hear people that have had depressions for a long time, have had, like, attempted some suicide beforehand, like, that guy from Lincoln Park committed suicide after he found out like another friend committed suicide, and then Robin Williams heard that someone from Lincoln Park committed suicide, and they're kind of friends. So he did that too for himself, and um, I think, and then everyone was shocked because it seems from the outside like they were getting better, and there weren't any signs of depression. There weren't any signs of that. Now I understand why, because I feel like the first phase when you are completely down in your on your knees, when you are at the bottom of the abyss, that you thought that was endless and bottomless, you are right to be depressed because there's nothing going on for you, right? Like there is a whole wide range reason why you should be depressed. If you don't have any career, any family, you're lonely, all that stuff, like it's kind of justifying why you are depressed. And then you found out that depression didn't leave you when your circumstances get better, when your physical situation get better, when your financial situation get better, when suddenly you have friends, families that love you, care for you, but your depression doesn't get better, and you just realize then and there, like, oh, this is gonna stay with me for a long time, and I'm just tired being tired. And that's when you just take the decision to just you know out yourself. And I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I definitely understand. And I think it's the second depression wave that happened after the first darkest of darkness session is the one that is the most dangerous, because it's not seen, because people can't relate, and you also realize that, oh, just because my circumstances doesn't get better, I'm not feeling better. I just look that I feel better, but it didn't get better, and you just tired being tired. And that's when you decided that there's no point. That is a very dark conversation, isn't it? I'm so sorry. But I guess I just want to talk about it. And I think one of the reason why I am going through this whole month of talking about autistic and autism, well, actually recording myself quite rawly without any kind of planning, or just like planning in my head, because that's where I usually do most of my planning when it comes to video. And I know it looked like very unedited in all of my videos anyway, like unplanned and everything, but there is a degree of planning a little bit, like which angle I should shoot it from. Like, is it better to shoot it from this angle? Is it better to shoot like more than 4 seconds, 5 seconds? There are like this minute and small details of planning as I go about my day and do the vlogs, because you can kind of stop and think as you go. But these things is really hard, and I think one of the reason is that I want to learn to accept myself as well, because I don't know if this is true, like the TikTok, because you can't really count anything that you hear from social media as true. But one of the TikTokers basically says, study says, but I don't know which study, what journal article, like I cannot pinpoint it because they didn't give me a source. It says like about 58% of older autistic people and late diagnosed autistic people committed suicide. So there's you know, a huge numbers of the populations that is probably suffering like me. And it is invisible suffering as well, and it's double invisible sufferings. You have the depression side, and you also have the autistic side. And because some of us are high functioning or mild autism, which is like what Asperger, like that's basically the current label that's being used to replace Asperger syndrome's diagnosis, which is what I discovered and identified with because I'm not officially diagnosed, because it takes about, I don't know, $3,000 $5,000 to go and get a diagnosis and assessment, and even that is a long process, and you don't know what it will end up as. Anyway, I'm okay. I am not sad. I'm not doing anything that is. I had a good night's sleep last night because it's Anzac Day, so there is no airplanes, no, not a lot of trains passing either. So my sleep was quite well. That's it. If you're tired of being tired, don't do anything stupid. Just sleep. Just take a nap more. Just rest more. Take a long warm bath. Get a massage. Take care of yourself because it's important. I'll see you tomorrow. That's a very abrupt way of ending things. I have problems with transition, okay? I have problems with transitions. Why? Because I need to be exposed to a video of how to transition, um, you know, smoothly. In Australia, I don't know if it's in Australia or just general way people are saying. I always say, anyway, I better go. I'll see you later. See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.